by Elizabeth Hyland, Lorelee Smith, and Colleen Wilhelm. I'd like to take this quick moment to remind you, if you have a cell phone on you, please silence it or set it to vibrate. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish the Flyers congratulations on their first round win. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach Smith, and then we'll open it up to questions to the players. And then after we've had questions for the players, we will dismiss them and we'll open it up to questions for Coach Smith. So, Coach, when you're ready, your opening statement.
Feels good. It was a great match. I think it was really hard fought, especially with the first two sets. Only winning by 2 points. They made it exceptionally hard to get kills. I felt like they had an extra 2 people on the court at a few moments because they just didn't let anything drop. But to get a win and get a little more comfortable in the environment and be pushed, I think puts us in a better spot for tomorrow.
Any questions for the athletes?
Elizabeth, you found out today you set the program career record. I know you're not about the individual accomplishments, but the team goals and everything. But talk about setting that career record.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize this game, like by the end of it, that I had done it. I know that it was out there and I was close. So I think it was a special moment, especially in this match. It was even more special. So I just think a lot is a testament to Abby, the setter, and then just the passing made it super easy to get those kills.
Colleen, I really could address this to anyone. I've covered a lot of volleyball over the decades, and my first time seeing you guys, and I couldn't help but notice, as intense as this was and what was on the line, you guys just seemed so comfortable. You enjoyed every point, you enjoyed every moment. Didn't seem to be a lot of stress. Was there?
Well, we have this motto, kind of like get on the bus. We've been reading this book, and a lot of what it focuses on is just like enjoying the moment and finding like the good in every moment. So we know there's a lot on the line, but we've seen in previous situations when there is pressure or there is like something that we're trying to work for, we don't do well when we're all like a little too on edge. So when we're together and comfortable and making each other laugh is when we find like that we have the most success. So we've just tried to ride that bus kind of all the way here, and it's helped us get to this point. We know that there's everything on the line, but it's just like we find the most comfort in each other.
Both student athletes talk about the environment. I think you spent some time with some of the kids that were in attendance just at the end. I thought that was special when you went over.
That was awesome. We started this cheer last year, and it's kind of been a tradition. And before we left, we taught the kids the cheer, and they obviously practiced it, and we saw them towards the end doing it, so we decided we should do it with them, and then other kids joined in. So that was a cool moment, just seeing the impact outside of volleyball that you can really make just as one team, and I think that speaks volumes, and we take pride in that we're making a difference.
It's especially cool because we take for granted often like how amazing this experience is, and when you see kids who like would probably dream to be here, and it kind of makes like a nice mental note that like, yes, there's a lot more to life than volleyball, but this is like such an amazing experience, and it helps us like relish it a little bit more just when we like see how things are outside of volleyball in the NCAA.
Colleen, talk about your guys' block in the third set. You had 14 blocks through 2 sets, and in set 3, your blocking was phenomenal with 6 total blocks.
That was cool. I didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know that. But it was the Wheeling did a really good job of seeing the block. Like they were very challenging at first for our pins to, especially me, to line up on and get a good read on, and still to the end of the set or the match. But it felt good when we did get a good press, and they were going straight down at the end. But they were a very hard team to block, and I think that'll help us going into tomorrow. Just reading a ton of different hitters, and they kept us on our toes. We really didn't know where they were going to go, but it was a good showing.
Any other questions for the athletes? All right, ladies.
Thank you.
You can take off. No, we have questions for you too, Coach, though.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, no, we were gonna let the athletes go if they wanted to head back to the locker room. But Coach, I'll lead with this question. At one point, the second set, you led 20-17, and Wheeling responded and took a 22-21 lead, and you called a timeout. Did you feel like that was a crucial part of the match?
I think being able to pull out the win in that match was crucial. I think at any time where you feel like you've got a good enough lead that you should win, and then when another team steals it from you, confidence-wise, mentally-wise, I think that's one of the toughest things to overcome. And so for our girls to not let them get that 4-point lead, not let it, they didn't fold. I think that really, really propelled us in the third set to just play a little more aggressive, a little more confident, and, as mentioned, our block got a little better.
Coach, talk about the balance you guys had offensively. Elizabeth with 14 kills, Colleen 13 kills, and then Ava, Caroline, and Alexandra also had good kill numbers as well.
I think that's when we work the best. I think really if any team can get, a balanced attack, it makes it a lot harder to defend. If you're constantly going to the same one or two players, theoretically the other team would eventually be able to put people in position to slow you down. So as long as majority of our hitters are on, we have a really good setter that is willing to set whoever is best. And she even wrote one of her individual goals for this game, find the hot hitter. And in, the middle of the third set, it was Colleen. And I asked her, and she's like, it's Colleen. Like, she already knew. So I think having a balanced attack is every coach's dream.
Any other questions for Coach?
I'll just finish up. Obviously, Wheeling came in pretty hot. How were you guys able to stick with your defensive game plan to slow them down offensively?
Yeah, I mean, we had one, and then the idea was if we have to, we'll switch to another, and we never did. I never got the nod from my libero that we needed to switch. I think it was just we pressed back. We gritted it out. There's a couple balls that we let drop, and we reminded ourselves that that's just unacceptable. And then they didn't let it happen anymore. So I think just buying into all 6 players need to play this particular defense is something that this team does really well.
Coach, talk about obviously moving forward. You're in the semifinals.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on playing tomorrow and who your opponent may be?
I've actually watched both a little bit on video, and I think they're completely different than Wheeling. I think they're both a little bigger, at the net, things like that. So our game plan's just going to have to be slightly different. But I think Colleen's right. When we're happy and we live in the moment and we're proud and we fight, it's when we play the best. And really when you get to lead 8 in the Final 4, it's what team shows up. Because I think anybody here can win the whole thing.
All right, I think we're good this time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.